On a Friday night, the 16th of January in the year 2026. I can't say that we've achieved sky dark, but I did want to give you an early view of NGC 1161, and we will get to it later again in the evening. And once we do so, we'll want to compare the images. This should be 1161. It has a neighbor. So mark that. I'll give you the data at the time. It's about an 11th magnitude galaxy. So we're going to be covering the 1150 to 1200 series tonight. Well, 1199 anyway. And the results, hopefully, we'll be able to get everything in without roof blockages. I'm starting quite early. I'll give you lots of information about the overarching impact of sky dark ending up later and later as we progress deeper towards the summer solstice as part of this El Quattro tour, night sky tour of the NGC series. Okay, let's see what we can make out further north. We're at NGC 1156, a galaxy in Aries to Ram, magnitude 11.7. This is the one I think I was looking for earlier. Well, maybe that was 65. We'll tell. Magnitude 11.7, 3.3 by 2.8 arc minute, irregular, 23 million light years distant, so not very large, maybe 30,000 light years in diameter. I think we're making it out next to this star here. Let's see what happens when we push the magnification. Yeah, it gets more present, brighter, but more diffuse. It's right ascension 259.42 with a declination of plus 25.14.16. If I can get my mouse cursor to navigate against this mouse pad. Okay, we've gone north, as you can tell from the stellar population. Perseus is actually part of the Milky Way, so it should have a higher density of stars. It's also much further north, almost overhead. We're looking for NGC 1159, galaxy, magnitude 14.5 by 0.4 arc minute, lenticular, 117 million light years distant. And I am hardly making anything out. Oh well. This is at right ascension 3 hours and 46 minutes. We've proceeded 45 degrees since the winter solstice, roughly. Declination plus 43.09.44. I'm going to back out to our 75x view, and we're seeing something faintly right about there. So no guarantees. Ooh, what the heck was that? Okay, NGC 1160 is a galaxy, once again, further north in Perseus. Let's see if we can track it down in the 75x field. Magnitude 12.8, 1.9 by 0.9 arc minutes. It's a spire with a bar, lowercase c, not much of a core with a ring, 111 million light years distant, maybe 75,000 light years in diameter. It's possible we're seeing it right there, but I do not know, because the sky conditions are not very approving. RA 30113 with a declination of plus 44.57.17. Actually, I think it's this Aegean galaxy there, magnitude 12.8. Yes, indeed. I think this is going to be the brighter one I showed you earlier. Yes, indeed. This was 1160, kind of an Aegean. This is 1161. It's the galaxy, I believe, that I originally started off with. The field looks familiar. Galaxy in Perseus, magnitude 11, 2.8 by 2 arc minutes. Let's push it up a little bit. See its aura. 86 million light years distant, maybe 50,000 light years in diameter. We're at RA 30114 with a declination of plus 44.53.49. I'm hoping we haven't gotten much in the way of aperture block on this pair here. Pushing it up a little further because we have a nice edge-on view and a very bright lenticular spiral to get an eye fill with. Heading north again at Perseus, NGC 1164, galaxy, Magnitude 13.1, look for it. 1.3 by 1.1 arc-minute, spiral with a bar, lowercase ab, and an angularity. We might just ordinarily on a good night of seeing pick out its frontier as a ring. Perhaps not this very evening. 189 million light years distant, RA 30159, declination plus 42, 3506. Let's fish around a little bit. I'm not seeing much of anything. We must seriously have some high thin clouds. Okay, moving on. NGC 1166 is a galaxy in Aries. Magnitude 14, 1.2 by 1.1 arc-minute, spiral with a lowercase ab. 344 million light years distant, puts it about 110,000 light years in diameter. We're not seeing it anywhere on the screen. There's some vague presentation right about there, however. It's at right ascension 3 hours 34 minutes with a declination of plus 1150.32. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, a very disappointing night. NGC 1167 is a galaxy in Perseus, magnitude 12.4, 2.8 by 2.4 arc-minute lenticular, bright core. Its distance is 225 million light years, so about 180,000 light years in diameter. I think that's our galaxy there. Not a good view. RA 3 hours 1 minute 42 seconds with a declination of plus 35, 12, 19. Let's push it up to 100%, 150x. Yeah, it's clearly a galaxy, but not a particularly good view for a 12.4 magnitude distant galactic study. NGC 1174 is also NGC 1186, galaxy in Perseus, magnitude 11.4, 3.2 by 1.2 arc minutes. I suspect that's it down there. 120 spiral of the bar, lowercase bc, 124 million light years distant, 30530 with a declination of plus 4250.06. I'm sure we're getting some aperture block, but since this is one of the brighter galaxies, why don't we go ahead and center it up? NGC 1175 is another galaxy in Perseus, magnitude 12.9. We're going to assume it's further down on the screen. Oh, here's one. 1.9 by 0.7, that's our candidate right there. Spiral lowercase a, 251 million light years distant, larger than the Andromeda Galaxy. RA 30432 plus 42 degrees 20 minutes and 22 seconds. NGC 1175 had a neighbor. This is the same screen. Galaxy Perseus, magnitude 12.9, 1.9 by 0.7. Let's go ahead and push them both up. Somewhere on the screen. It's a spiral lowercase a, 251 million light years distant, 30432 with a declination of plus 42, 2022. In the same field and drifting towards the east, this is our original galaxy, and here's several up here. We have NGC 1177. Let's go back down for a nice lower power view. Galaxy Perseus, magnitude 14.5, 0.4 by 0.4 arc-minute spiral, 248 million light years distant. RA 30437, declination plus 42, 21, 45. The galaxies are close enough together that I've gotten 24 stacks now in this region. Not bad. Okay, as you can tell, the night sky is not particularly good tonight. We're barely seeing any of the Running Man Nebula here. We're featuring this region right about here. This should be 1973, 1975, and 1977, leading over to Messier 43, and then finally Messier 42. Okay, why don't we shift it over? We've got 20 more seconds on this video. Okay, what we're getting here is a nice, small 30x view of the beautiful Messier 42, 43, and we're not seeing much of the Running Man over there at all. Let's expand the screen out. You can see the eagle's wings and beak wrapped around the bright nebulosity surrounding the trapezium. You can see The emissive nebulosity here, you can see nice texture. No matter how bad the skies are, if you can see the Sword of Orion, you can get a great view of Messier 42. With that, I say, Carpe Noctem.